discussing solar systems. People wondered how the solar system looks and how the planet looks. Today we will explore our solar system and find out.
The solar system consists of the Sun and 9 planets, but now is 8. As you know, Pluto is not one of them anymore. So we're going to talk about the first one. But first we have to know about the Sun. Approximately 1,039 kilometers in diameter. Secondly, the temperature of the Sun is pretty hot, which is 5,500 Celsius. And one interesting fact is you have to know is that most of the solar system consists of 99.8% of the Sun. Secondly, we're going to talk about the first planet, which is Mercury. That is the closest planet from the Sun. So the size of Mercury is 4,879 kilometers in diameter. Secondly, you have to know what the temperature is between minus 173 degrees to 427 degrees, which you will burn if you go there. There are 88 earthly days in a year, so it goes around 88 days. So, and it has 0 moons. And then one interesting fact about Mercury is that it's the fastest moving planet in the solar system, which moves around 48 kilometers per second. The second planet from the Sun. So the size of Venus is approximately 12,104 kilometers in diameter. Secondly, the temperature, the surface temperature is about 462 degrees, which is pretty hot also. Days in a year, it moves around 225 earthly days around its orbit. Distance from the Sun is approximately 108,000,004. So it has 0 moons, and one interesting fact about Venus is that it rotates in the opposite direction, which is clockwise other than anti-clockwise.
Can you answer this? Why is Venus and Mercury the hottest planets?
So Earth, so now we're going to talk about the Earth. Earth's temperature is 15 degrees Celsius, and the number of moons, it only has 1 moon. And in the distance from the Sun, it's 150 million kilometers, and the size of the Earth is 12,742 kilometers, and it takes the Earth 365 days, which is a year, to orbit around the Sun. Fun fact about Earth. Earth's atmosphere protects us from meteoroids. Most of them just burn up before it touches the ground. Mars average temperature is 60 degrees Celsius, right? So number of moons, it has 2. Distance from the Sun is 228 million kilometers, right? So the size of the planet is 6,779 kilometers, and it takes 687 days to orbit around the Sun, which is 2 years, right? Compared to Earth, yeah, it's 2 years. And then, fun fact about Mars, right? Mars is the red planet. It has the largest volcanoes in the solar system, and the volcanoes are 3 times taller than Mount Everest. Jupiter, so Jupiter's average temperature is 110 degrees Celsius, and the number of moons, it has 95 known moons. That's a lot of moons. And distance of the Sun, so distance from the Sun is 778 million kilometers. Okay, the size of the planet is about 139,000 kilometers. It takes Jupiter 4,380 days to orbit around the Sun, and that is about 12 years. And then fun fact, Jupiter has the strongest magnetic field of all planets. So Saturn
has an average temperature of 178 degrees Celsius. It has at least 146 number of moons, it's the most number of moons that are found in the solar system. The distance from the sun of Saturn is 14 billion kilometers. The size of the planet, 116,000 kilometers in diameter. So Saturn moves 29 years around the sun's orbit. Fun fact about Saturn is that it is mostly made out of gas, so which means it can float anyway, and it's very light. And then we have Uranus. The average temperature of Uranus is 224 degrees Celsius, which is the coldest planet in the solar system. It has 27 number of known moons, and the distance from the sun is 2.9 billion kilometers. The size of the planet is 50,724 kilometers in diameter, and the number of days in a year that it orbits around the sun is 84 years. A fun fact about Uranus is that Uranus spins on its side like a sleeping giant. So it is the only planet that lies down while orbiting the sun. And then we have Neptune. Neptune has an average temperature of 214 degrees Celsius, which is very cold. It has 14 number of moons, and the distance from the sun is 4.5 billion kilometers. The size of the planet is 49,000 kilometers in diameter, which is 4 times wider than the Earth. The number of days in a year that Neptune has and orbits around the sun is 164 years. And a fun fact about Neptune is that Neptune has the fastest winds in the solar system. It has over 2,000 kilometers per hour wind. So imagine the wind is so strong that it blows away your homework in the solar system.
Can you answer this? Why is Uranus and Neptune the coldest planet?
The planets from Mercury to Neptune. So now, all knowing those interesting facts, which planet do you like the most? And tell us why in the comment section. But until next time, bye-bye.